Welcome to the widescreen weekend review for the first and second weeks of September 2016. First up, we have Battlefield 1. It's the latest entry in the long-running FPS series from DICE. In this installment, you go back in time to World War I, drive tanks, ride horses, shoot people, and then stab them with a bayonet. We tested the recent open beta, the full game releases here in October 2016. We can report that widescreen and Multi-Mon get gold certification and have perfect support. We weren't able to get any testing done for ultra-wide or 4K, and we will update the database entry for Battlefield 1 when the full product is released. Next up, we have King's Quest: The Complete Collection. This is the episodic reimaging of the classic adventure series from Sierra. It shines a new light on some of the detail around Graham's adventures in Daventry. It was developed by the Odd Gentleman, and the first chapter was released back in July 2015. It gets gold support for widescreen, but has limited support for ultra-wide and Multi-Mon. The game is 16:9 anamorphic in widescreen. It requires an INI and a hex edit for horizontal plus gameplay in 21:9 and Multi-Mon. So far, 3 of the 5 chapters have been released to very positive reviews on Steam. I grew up on the King's Quest series, and it does hold a very special place for me. I've been playing these new episodes with my kids, and we all love them. You can get all 5 chapters plus an epilogue on Steam for $30. The first chapter is available as a free download. King's Quest comes highly recommended, even for users who will have to put in some work for 21:9 and Multi-Mon. Here we have Obduction. It's an adventure exploration title from Cyan Worlds, the creators of the legendary Myst series. It was recently released here in August 2016 and has very positive reviews on Steam. It gets gold certification for widescreen ultra-wide, but Multi-Mon only has limited support. It is perfect horizontal plus for both widescreen and ultra-wide, and it has an included FOV slider. Multi-Mon can be coaxed into proper horizontal plus with a cheat engine hack to get you a higher field of vision. We offer a custom patch and download on the WSGF. With it, you can use the plus and minus on your 10-key number pad to change the FOV. The game runs $30 on Steam and again has very positive ratings. If you're a fan of the genre, I would recommend picking up the title as it works well in all display configurations. If you're new to the genre, Obduction appears to be a nice update of the puzzle exploration adventure formula that Cyan perfected with Myst. Here we have Lord of the Rings: War in the North. It is a co-op action RPG from Snowblind Studios and was released back in September 2011. War in the North is set in Tolkien's Legendarium, but avoids the familiar tale of the One Ring. War in the North tells the story of a trio of adventurers setting out to destroy a black Númenórean, Agundar, whom Sauron is tasked with weighing lace to the northern regions of Middle-earth. The game has limited support for widescreen, ultra-wide, and Multi-Mon. War in the North is horizontal plus for widescreen, but many feel that the field of vision is too low for a PC game. Flawless widescreen allows for a better field of vision here, and it's also needed for ultra-wide and Multi-Mon. The game is $20 on Steam with mostly positive reviews. There are reports by many users of bugs and crashes, including frequent blue screen of deaths in some particular levels. Given the need for flawless and the bugs, it's probably best to wait until you pick up the game on sale. Here we have Alert Sector 8. It's a sci-fi tops-down shooter from Cypress Inheritance. The game was originally an HTML5 browser game, but has been given a full PC release with new levels. It gets a silver for a widescreen, and a limited for ultra-wide, and Multi-Mon is unsupported. It's Vert Plus in widescreen, with 16:9 feeling like the proper field of vision. Ultra-wide and Multi-Mon are Vert Minus, with Multi-Mon being unplayable. The game is available for $10 on the developer's website, but given the lack of display support, lack of reviews on the game, and well-received games in the genre with proper display support, we would suggest a pass on Alert Sector 8. Next up is Faery: Legends of Avalon. It's a fantasy RPG from Spider Studio and was released back in April 2011. Spider Studio previously released Of Orcs and Men and recently released Technomancer. It gets silver support for widescreen, ultra-wide, and Multi-Mon. It does have horizontal plus support across the board and even has an optimized HUD for ultra-wide and Multi-Mon. The one flaw that prevents it from getting gold is that the full motion video cutscenes are stretched. The game is $10 on Steam and has mostly positive reviews. The title offers a couple of unique aspects compared to most RPGs. You get full 3D movement via flight with your characters, and you have turn-based combat. The title was also praised for its art and sound direction. The title is short with less than a dozen hours of gameplay, so if you're looking for an RPG off the beaten path, Faery Legends of Avalon could be just the thing. It's regularly on sale for $2, so be sure to wait for that. This is Ether Vapor Remaster. It's a cinematic shmup from Edelweiss, which was released in September 2012. It gets limited for widescreen, ultra-wide, and Multi-Mon. Out of the box, the game only supports 4:3 resolution of 1600 by 1200, and it requires a hex edit for all other display types. Once hacked, the game is horizontal plus in all configurations. The HUD is spanned in Multi-Mon, and enemy bullets don't reach the edges of the screen. That bug might actually come in handy. The game is $8 on Steam and has mostly positive reviews. There is a demo available, so give it a whirl and see if it's worth your $8 and the trouble to hex edit for your display support. Next up, we have Astebreed. It's another shmup from Edelweiss, released more recently here in May of 2014. This one appears to be better known and is better reviewed than Ether Vapor, and this one has mechs. It gets limited support for widescreen, ultra-wide, and Multi-Mon. The game still needs a hack, but you can do this via the Astebreed tool. It's available on GitHub, and we have a copy of the latest release on the WSGF. Astebreed is on Steam for $15 and has very positive reviews. There isn't a demo, but if you're a fan of the genre or looking to try out the genre, Astebreed looks to be a killer entry. Even with the need for a custom fix, we highly recommend it. It goes on sale about once a month for $4.50, so be sure to put it on your wish list and get notified of the sale. This is Dragonfin Soup. It's a roguelike RPG from Grimm Brothers LLC. It was released in November of 2015. It gets gold for widescreen and silver for ultra-wide and Multi-Mon. It has native horizontal plus gameplay in all configurations. The rendered cutscenes are anamorphic up to 16:9, but go vert minus for ultra-wide and Multi-Mon. The HUD's also spanned in Multi-Mon. The game is available on Steam for $20 and has mixed reviews. Specifically, it has 65% positive reviews. The devs did respond to feedback in the Steam reviews and have released some updates for the game. There isn't a split between overall and recent reviews, so I can't tell the sentiment post-patch. The game does feature a female protagonist, which may be a plus to many, but be warned, this isn't a game to give to your young daughters. The game has a decidedly adult orientation to mix with its lighthearted tone. The devs describe the protagonist, Red Robin, as a, quote, charming yet raging alcoholic bounty hunter who'd rather get in a bar fight than deliver baked goods. Unfortunately, there isn't a demo to help make the buying decision any easier. It goes on sale every couple of months for between $8 to $10. The last sale was in July, so we may be due for another price drop soon. And finally, we have Toxikk. It's a competitive arena shooter FPS designed to be the spiritual successor to classic FPS titles from the late 90s and early 2000s. It was just recently released here in September 2016 by Reactor Studios. The game has limited support for widescreen and Multi-Mon. The game is vert minus and widescreen, though the 16:9 field of vision feels okay. The game can be coaxed into horizontal plus for Multi-Mon with an I edit. One flaw here is that your weapon is largely off-screen at these settings. The game is on Steam and has mostly positive reviews. Like many classic FPS titles, Toxikk is being released in a modern shareware model. The developer is offering the full core gameplay experience for free on Steam. No gimping, no time limits, and nothing to limit your enjoyment. If you do enjoy it, you can get the full game for $15 or get a 4-pack for $40. Given the free offering, there's no reason for FPS fans, particularly those of competitive arena shooters, to not pick up the game. Given the free availability, we should be able to have details on 21:9 and 4K soon. This week's Widescreen Weekend Review is sponsored by our very own WSGF Ultimate Monitor Stand. It's the only monitor stand on the market designed to grow with you in your gaming rig. It supports 3x1 landscape, 1+3 landscape with up to 27-inch panels, and it also supports 5x1 portrait with up to 25-inch panels. For more information, visit wsgf.org/stands.